Testing, one, two. Hello, my name is Troy White. Today I want to talk about a topic that I've been trying to record a video to get this concept, this idea off my chest, but I haven't found an effective way to discuss it because it covers so many different areas of where we're going to hit on. And so I'm just going to follow the general notes that I made in 5 minutes ago, and we're going to see where we get. My basic concept topic I want to discuss is creativity in business. And my note is creativity in business equals entrepreneurship. So that gives you a little bit of guidelines where we're going with it. So, subtopic on why I want to talk about this, and it's because of the obviously the Nipsey factor, but even before that, this has been a burning issue of mine as I have been involved with the music industry, and in doing so, especially from behind the scenes, I tend to deal with the entrepreneurs more so than, including the artists, but my personal, I actually have more involvement with the entrepreneurs, being the executive producers and all of the vendors and all of the sub entities that are involved with producing and putting out albums. Every aspect that was related to that. So that was an area that I thrived in because it was very entrepreneurial, very business related, and creativity was injected in every aspect. So just off the top of my head now, not even in my notes, just what am I talking about? What do you mean in creativity in these businesses? Well, when you consider the age of cassettes and CDs, doing independent record companies, then the creativity came in every aspect, and the vendors that you worked with all injected their creativity. So you had the recording studios that you worked in. These were larger studios, not like today where it's your laptop at in your kitchen table. Back then, it was a soundproof big time deal where it was a lot of money being invested in this facility, and therefore in the hours spent in here. And a lot of the other artists and people involved will maybe understand what I mean. There was a lot of creativity that went into how these facilities were built, how they were styled, how the comforts, the features, the equipment, what type of genre this equipment is more geared towards. So you could really go deep with all of the vendors, the sub vendors. I spent at least $50,000 on recording equipment in the past, and there are certain vendors that I would walk into these facilities that have the big mixing boards and keyboards and amps, and it just all kind of sound gear, and that's like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory for me back in the day. So all of those vendors had certain niches and certain marketing angles that realized that they're in the creativity business. So everyone who worked for them was a creative person, and they understood your creativity and how you express your creativity. And there are technical tools required to utilize that creativity. So that's what I mean by creativity in business can be injected in many ways. So that was just one. So your business can sell items for the that a creative is involved with. So you may have, if you're into art, painting, which I am. Uh, I spend plenty money at the art centers. If we got a place called Blick out here, and I spend plenty of money with them. You got buying canvases, oils, pastels. I got all the whole gamut. I mean, paper. What size do you want? That you paint on. It just goes deeper and deeper and deeper. So my point is, again, whatever your creativity niche is, there's a business that you can enter into that. So you don't need to do your creative. Well, what I'm trying to point out, creativity is entrepreneurship. Your creativity is great. It's great that you could paint a pretty picture, but sell it. How are you going to monetize that? Otherwise, it's just a hobby, just go in there and do your hobby. Now, if you're an artist, as you understand even better than I do now, is that it's not about selling tapes and CDs. So you have to find other methods to make your money as an artist, and they're doing it and they're making a lot of money. But my fundamental point is that though even those individuals, especially those individuals coming from the concept of Nipsey and all these rappers that's blinged out, that's great that you wearing all your wealth on your neck, but hey, you have a short time horizon for these resources that you are accumulating right now. What am I saying? You only about to make this money for a minute. You have to utilize this. This is you are in the prime of your earning cycle right here. You are on an accumulation phase. And as an artist, as a creative of some sort, and an entertainer of any kind, an athlete, an entertainer, someone even with a career that has a short time horizon, you pop in for a little while. You had one hit song, you have 10 hit songs, whatever it is, it's a short time horizon. So you need to utilize those resources for a long time horizon. So the activities that you do with those resources, investment activities, are very important. You need to be all on top of this. So when I hear fools is throwing money in the strip clubs, hey, I'm from Oakland, California. We think y'all are like retarded for doing that. That is like absurd to us. But I understand it could be fun, but anyway, not as a judgment call. It's just the concept of wasting money, like that. Maybe it's just me. But what I'm saying is that money you're making, regardless of how big it is only being earned for a short time horizon. If you're a football player, you have an average of 4 years in the league, right? Even if it's 10. Well, I think LeBron on his 17th year. Career is about to be over. Now, great, it's a gigantic amount of money. Well, those are separate issues that he has. But for someone else, just shrink the number down. That's the most you made. There's a lot of artists that I know personally that were popping. They had money and was balling for a long time, but they're not selling records no more. And for a long time, they're popping and balling, and money is flying in the air like you just don't care. But now it's gone. So what I'm saying to those individuals is that you need to get a plan to manage these short-term resources and accomplish your goal, whatever it is. If you want to be, popping bottles and, living like a superstar for the rest of your life, okay, you need to get with your financial person or someone like me and close the door and have a real conversation and say, okay, man, I want to ball like this for a long time, but at this rate, I'm run out of money in about 3 years. what can I do to keep this lifestyle going? And that's how we're gonna have to jump on it. You might have to, make some miracles to keep living how you're living, but it's better to face it because you're gonna run out. And like I said, I know plenty of people who ran out, and they just doing whatever they can do right now to survive. So creativity in business. I have this in one of my notes. Is just the niche that you service or your niche service and your niche market, and that's part of the creativity. And that when I say niche service, what I want you to understand. Let me sort of back up and tell you my mindset on this. I think we need to take over the internet. The blockchain is a new technology. It's basically the internet on steroids, and that's an area that we need to be primed and ready to tackle. And it's not just that. There are other financial technologies, manufacturing technologies that are truly creating a revolution in our economy. And since we're in the midst of it, you may not understand it, but when they have the history books and look back, this is going to be a time that's written in the books, just because of the dates, the time frame of when these technologies have converged, and the impact that it's going to make. I'm going to have to do a whole series of other videos to talk about that more. But just like disaster could be on the horizon, but glory can also be on the horizon if we take advantage of these tools. And part of that requires the concept of us all, oh, we got to get together and do this and do that. Kind of, that's great, but I recognize that ain't gonna happen. So hey, how about we change our strategy? And from my concept, we need to use our natural brand, which is hip hop, which is global, it's worldwide. It is the lead driver of planet Earth. And it's a brand that is specific, has a specific ambassador. And that ambassador is African American people. And so I'm saying those ambassadors need to take on the world, and somewhat like the conquistadors who are spreading, trying to conquer the world. Sort of, that's not even a good example, because actually I'm I'm having a hard way to explain what I really want, and I think what I really think, because it might come across as militant or something, but I actually think that African Americans are going to save planet Earth. I think that the responsibility is has fallen to our shoulders. We haven't accepted the mantle yet. And I think we are the ones prepared for this battle to save the earth. I think we are the primed, educated, and trained ones to run the earth. And I think we are currently the majority population in America, because they just lump that other category as white, and they just keep filling that one up with all kinds of people. But those were not all our enemies, and we keep letting them pile up and become our enemy, but they wasn't. It was some specific people that was here in this country. And so by letting that cancer fester, the what I call them, as in my mind, Confederates, they have infiltrated, just like the Nazis submerged back into the society. The Confederates have merged back in, and they're doing their damage from within, and we're letting them, because we're not taking on the ownership of what is ours. That's my half a second rant. Please excuse me if I'm going too far, but that's where my mindset is coming from. And so I'm saying it's whether I call it a responsibility or what, but the way that I could see the path going, and if our expertise continues, because understand, African Americans are not garbage. We, we got that negativity, and it gets exploited, and we haven't skyrocketed to the levels for which we can, but we are currently balling out of control. But the the vision of that is not clear. The overwhelming vision is the negative one. And that, oh, it's by accident. Let's just say that, right? So anyway, another tangent, but it's why I'm telling you this, sort of. And so I know the changes in the economic system and things that are occurring and that have occurred, and you can just, whatever city you're in, just ride around and start counting the homeless and looking at the homeless and ask yourself, is this the way it used to be? And so if it's like that, what's coming? So the way that I'm telling you what's coming, I'm going to tell you. So there could be diverging pathways, one negative and one positive. Why should I even dwell on that one, right? That's what's being given to us on a day to day. What I'm telling you is the possibility of this greatness. So how do we do that? One of the ways is utilizing creativity in business, and understand that Madhu, I have to show you specifically the companies that consist of, or the sectors that consist of, the Standard and Poor's 500, the S&P 500, which is a representation of the market, the stock market. And when you see that, what I want to show is that all of those sectors of the economy, that's a perfect blueprint. That's what we need, because that's the answer that we're looking for, that I have been looking for as the economic nerd, is that my question is, okay, if we was to have flat ground and we needed the businesses to operate an economy from the ground up, what businesses do we need? The S&P 500. Those 500 sectors will represent this economy. So that's a starting point. We need those 500 business types, business sectors. And because within those sectors are many types of businesses that are required to keep an economy going. So the concept that I'm saying is, take your creativity, especially if you're some sort of artist. Everybody think they can rap. Well, take the concept of Nipsey and Puffy and Birdman and Percy Miller and Earl Stevens and Ty Shaw and all of them, and what's his name, O'Shea Jackson and Todd Smith. Them cats is out here taking their fame. They know they're not just rappers. They are about hip hop. Hip hop is not only for rap, and that ignorant stuff is being pushed to you. It's being specifically, that if that's all, that's what's being given the monies to put the record companies to push, then that's all these youngsters is gonna create. But what if we had the Chuck D model still going? That's what. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent again. But the point is, I need you to take that creativity that you use in hip hop, on the microphone, on the keyboards, on the instruments, behind the board, the mixing board, the every aspect of it. I want you to take the creativity and expand your game. Take your hustle to the internet. That's the place to do it now. Now we've done with this training ground. We trained on songs. I always, man, if you check my history, I am a music maker, but I don't have the same value of a song. To me, a song, I can make songs. I enjoy a song, but what? you know, the that's not the end all be all. That's not the answer to everything. But a song is a component of you. So whatever independent artist you are, think outside the box. Look at Soldier Boy. Look at Ray J. They came up with products. Use your brand. You got a song and you got a video. You can do movies now. We don't have to rely on them no more. You are your own. You could do a movie. You could do movies on iPads and iPods. It's all sorts of editing software now. If you are have real qualities, and another thing, because when I'm saying creativity in business, I'm saying that because I'm saying that our creativity is superior. I'm not saying janky stuff. I'm saying step your game up to their level and beyond because your creativity is better. So copy their tools. You know, under what I notice about a lot of like from video standpoint, music videos when they're done, on the cheap, is it's just simple creativity combined with the skills of from a practitioner that are beyond just your creativity. You have to know how to work the instrument, know how to work the camera, know how to work the software to edit the stuff, and know how to recreate some of the good things. You need to know how to study to see what's of good quality and what's bad. And so I'm not saying we need to be out here making janky stuff. We need to be out here making good stuff. But let me kind of smash through on this because it's been 21 minutes. We're gonna try to finish up at 30. So I got another note here, the no money plan, because all the time, that's my thing that I've had for many 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 years. Every business that I'm entered, that business plan I developed, that anything I step into, I've never had the money to do it. Never, 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 never. So, but develop the plan first before the money, right? So I start off with a no money plan. So I make the plan assuming that no help is coming. I'm gonna have to do this with no money. So I start, here's what I need to accomplish, this top level thing up here. And what is this if I had every dime that I need for it? Don't worry about the cost. And then, okay, I got zero. So how do I get up here with all of this expensive stuff? So then you devise steps that will achieve your goal. And I'm telling you, it exists, and it has always worked. And I never know all the answers. I've never known all the answers, but whatever the project, whether it costs 50,000, 10,000, 2,000, whatever, I've come up with it. But because part of that answer though is because you never need all that at one time. You need things, not money. Because in entrepreneurship, you need to recognize that right off the bat. You need something done. You need some item. You don't need money. Money is a tool to accomplish something else. So start with the something else. What am I trying to accomplish? Okay, that's what I need. You might can get that from your friend around the corner. So you was thinking, oh, I need all of this for it. Well, you borrow it from somebody. I'm just throwing one out. So that's part of my concept. So don't use money as your excuse. I'm telling you, a no money plan is a plan. A plan to start this billion-dollar corporation with no money right now. If you don't got no money, that's what you got to do. Starting today, you have to have your no money plan. So start with, here's what I need if the best case scenario, everything I need. And we can itemize them and count them up. And then here's our reality. We got nothing. So let's put the plan together. That's what you got to do. Period. Or else just go to sleep. Go home. Don't do nothing. So anyway, my notes of hip hops. We used to sell CDs and cassettes. Now it's on to downloads and stuff. So think about that. And that's just to show you that it's not the music that you're selling. You're not selling music. You never was selling music. A cassette is not a song. A cassette is a piece of plastic with magnetic tape wrapped around it, and that magnetic tape can turn when put into this machine. That's what you're selling. Now, for me to get you to do that, I put this guy's voice and some music on there because that's the only way I could get you to buy this piece of plastic with this magnetic tape wrapped around it. And then machines started being made for this other thing called a CD. And so, dang, in order to get someone to buy a CD, I had to convince them to buy that. What could I put on there? Oh, maybe I can put some software to, you could load it in your CD, right? I mean, in your laptop. Maybe I could put that on there, right? And sell it to you for $45 or so, or $100. Or maybe I could put a song on it and you like that song, and that's advertising for you to come and buy this CD. I'm holding up my fingers like I got a CD where I do got a CD. Here's an Epson CD for this printer I just got. So, but this is what we were selling. This piece of plastic. Don't get it twisted. That song might sound good and you loved it, but that's what we were selling though. We was using that song to advertise this. And same with a cassette. We was using that song to advertise that cassette. Now I want you to buy this piece of plastic. It got some print words on it. It says so and so and such and such. You're making money. Now today, hey, buy this download. Well, you could use download for all sort of things. You could download a file, an ebook. You could download, a book. You could download some software, a song, all sorts of stuff. So what's the cost? That's all. So your song is just an advertising for that. So think of that concept now. The song, your hip hop style, your visuals of you, it's you. The party is where you at. Not where they at. And we keep talking. That's another thing. We talking about buy back that block, man. I'm almost like, you know what? Scratch that block. We didn't like living there anyway. How about we go over here and build a palace for us? How about we build Wakanda? I'm in Oakland. But I got this Black Panther t-shirt on today. I'm in Oakland, California. This is Wakanda. This is where the Black Panthers is from. And we connected to the Silicon Valley. Y'all need to come out here and let's build it. Anyway, again, I'm on a tangent. I'm running out of time. I got 27 minutes. All right, my other notes. It's a marathon, not a sprint. That's playing off the Nipsey thing. And that's the truth, though. It's not quick money. It's long money, big money. The quick, it's quick and go. You might need that to eat right now, but that's in and out. I'm talking about hundreds of millions that you could be making. I'm saying you need to expand your hustle to the internet. All these former block monsters out here. When we got people, man, we got somebody that we worship this dude, man. He was a millionaire as a teenager, balling, and then they put him in a federal. That was our Zuckerberg. That was our Steve Jobs right there in the making. I'm telling you. And those exist in every hood all over the place. But you need to take that brain power and that power of controlling resources and humans and your business knowledge and natural business thing about you and take that to the internet. And you are the next Zuckerberg. I'm serious. Why not? Remember, the party is where you at. So let's take it to the internet. Let's build Wakanda on the internet. Not even let's do it. Do it. Do your company on the internet. I'm going to shut it off. I'm at 29 minutes and 30 seconds. And I ain't even started, covering what I really want. But, it's just, man, it's good things happening, and but we just need more people to do it. More people jump in, and it is being an entrepreneur, bringing your creativity into business and creating a business, starting a business. and becoming an investor. You know, how many finance professionals have hollered at you to say, "Hey, become my client." I was talking to someone the other day. I said, how many finance professionals have you sat and had lunch with that's trying to bring to you the information on how to make yourself and your family more successful? And every time, I drill down. Well, how many have called you? How many have sent you? I mean, it's because if you're not balling out of control, they don't even care about you. And so I'm trying to tell you this to help you. It doesn't matter how much you got. You need to become a saver and an investor. You need to get a financial plan for your life, and you need to become an entrepreneur and take it over. Take over the internet. You can do it. You the next Zuckerberg. Do it. Holler back.